I do not like the arrogance they give Seth now. He's overly arrogant. You know what I mean? And like, it's not just a fu kind of way anymore. He used to be metal with it. Now they're just like, I don't know. He kind of reminds me of like, how could I compare this?
Are we like super live now?
The Black Parade. You remember that album?
Oh,
When My Chemical
Michael
Romance
Romance,
came out with that? Yeah. They were like that. You remember how hard they were in the beginning, and then they came out with the Black Parade, and you're just like, oh, this is kind of like Kittens and Rainbows.
Yeah, to be fair, that album absolutely killed my career because they got bottled off the Reading stage.
Shouldn't have done it. They came out with the white
2007?
suits and everything. And
Yeah.
it was like, dude.
And the thing is, the Reading crowd are proper like die-hard metal.
And that song Helena, that was keeping up with the metal elitists. You know what I mean? The ones that, no, Metallica is the best band there is. You know, like those types. You know what I mean? Like they were keeping up with that, but after that album, it was just.
Oh, there you go. Undertaker.
Yeah, they
until pop.
They had to cut their set. They had to cut their set by 45 minutes because they were just literally getting.
I don't know
pelted.
why I thought you mentioned a shirt at first. I'm sorry.
Mute.
No, she's muted. Up your game.
No, I'm
Unmute
here.
that mic.
Okay, so this is the American Badass Funko Pop. Boom, boom, boom. And then
Roll it.
had to get my bloodline. Boom. Had to get, reference to SmackDown and Aaron Ross. Boom, boom.
We can do it again.
Yeah, we get to it. It's just in here. And then, this is my favorite. I'm going to be honest, because I'm an 80s baby. So, my Steiner Brothers Hall of Fame shirt.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's a proper old
I
school
asked
Western
for that.
pose as well.
And then my Undertaker Hall of Fame
Nice.
shirt. So, yeah. Good times. Good
The
times.
sickest entrance too.
Yep.
That entrance was, dude. My heart dropped. The hairs on my back went up when I saw that entrance for the first time. It's kind of like you wish you could play Earthbound for the first time again.
Yeah.
Dude. Amazing balls.
Okie doke.
The winners of this podcast and hosts of the new TheBinPodcast products. Double Tag Team Intercontinental Champions, Ashley, Tim, Roast, Wayne Maker. They are the Hot Tag.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural episode of the Hot Tag. This is me, the Wayne Maker. I'm joined with my partners in crime here. We'll introduce ourselves. This is a brand new wrestling podcast, and we're going to be reviewing WrestleMania as it's just kicked off this weekend. So we're going to go into it. But I'm a wrestling nerd, as you can see. I'm wearing repping Progress merch, which is a independent show over here in the UK. And I am now going to slip a hot tag to my boy Tim.
Hi, I'm Tim. I am a podcaster, streamer. I have another show on the Bin Network called Speaking from the Center. I also own a food truck, as you'll most undoubtedly hear over and over. I'm a big wrestling fan from way back. WCW, WWF, WWE, and obviously AEW. I pointed the right way. But yeah, that's me, and I'll pass it over to Game of Roast over there.
Oh, what's good, guys? I'm Game of Roast, streamer here on Twitch. I do music as well. You'll probably hear more about the SoundCloud as more episodes are to come. I'm also a huge wrestling nerd. Don't worry about it, Wayne. I think that's why we're all here. I started off. I think the first thing that got me into wrestling was watching right before Capital Carnage in '98 when the Undertaker put Stephanie McMahon on a cross. I was hooked ever since from there, dude. So even though I haven't watched WWE for like the last, I'll say, couple of years since AEW has caught my attention, I'm still here to join the podcast and let's talk wrestling, man. That's all it's really about, man. Let's go. Hot tag on Ashley. That way. There we go.
What's up? I'm Ashley. I'm just a regular super wrestling fan. This is actually a generational thing for me. My grandmother and my mother were wrestling fans. My family are wrestling fans. So kind of grew up in this. Like I'm true to this, and I'm not partial to any faction. I just love wrestling. So I'm just here to discuss wrestling.
Happy days, right? That's the intros out of the way, so we all know who we are now. Um, and to be fair, this is the first time in meeting a couple of us. Um,
First time I
because
ever
me,
met Wayne. Great fellow so far.
yeah, I'm doing my best,
give it
but
give it time.
With
Give
the
it
best
time.
accent in the game. Best accent in the game. Let's
it, it'll
go.
it'll wear thin very quickly. Especially when you find me shaking my head and saying it's aluminium, not aluminum.
Aluminium. You must have loved Finding Nemo.
There you go,
And
straight
then
away.
enemy. I relate to you so much. Finally, this is what we need to talk about. No, go ahead. I'm just kidding,
So
man.
so let's get into it. So we're all obviously wrestling fans, wrestling nerds, and everything. So what was it that drew us individually to wrestling back in the day? Because obviously we're all there for the same reason. So what hooked you?
I think I'll start off there. I kind of said in my intro earlier what kind of brought me in, but it wasn't just that. You know what I mean? I guess it was the wonkiness, the in your face like storylines that just brought it out in the Attitude Era. You know what I mean? That's what really kept me captivated. Like The Rock, Steve Austin, those characters, man. It was
Mm.
just straight out of just like a series of movies. You know what I mean? It was just there were so many different personalities, so much that was just bringing to the table, man, and that was just what kept me hooked. You know what I mean? It was perfect. It was perfect for back then. Let's be real. There's a reason why the Attitude Era is still talked about to this day, man. Why AEW is being compared to the Attitude Era in a way, stuff like that.
Mm. Tim?
The thing that got me into wrestling was I started watching with my dad WCW maybe a few months before the NWO debuted. And as soon as like Scott Hall came out and did his like "You Want a War, You Got a War" promo, that was it, man. Like I was hooked from then on. Like NWO for life, and Hulk Hogan going heel and all that. Like those are crazy times, crazy
Yeah.
times.
Ashley?
Um, like I said,
Uh,
because it's hard. Like I'm an '80s kid, right? So I've been watching since like forever. Like when it was WWF. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
right.
um, like it's as a kid, like it's super realistic. Like you don't know that these guys are just like promoing and like Ric Flair's always been like the greatest promoer to me. And then, I was around doing the Dusty Rhodes days and stuff like that. And I was like, my grandfather, actually on my dad's side, used to work at this hotel called the Chase in St. Louis. Used to be the doorman at the Chase, and they used to do wrestling at the top of the Chase. So this is like Cowboy Bob Orton and stuff like that. So around St. Louis, wrestling is
Uh,
huge. And my mom's from Memphis, and that's home of Jerry the King Lawler. So wrestling's huge. So I grew up when these guys were in the gym, in the small gyms, doing wrestling. So, it's the storylines, it's the show of it all. that really brought me in and kept me in. Like I'm 39, so I'm still watching it, and I feel like all kids should be watching. This is a fantasy thing. It's like Santa Claus. It's like the Easter Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff you don't let go, and it's the show of it all. You know?
Right. See, I like to think of it as like Hollywood. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's exactly what it is. Me and my friends used to call it soap operas for men, but
Yeah.
that sounds a little
Well,
pretentious.
I always describe it as punch up theatre, which is basically what it is.
I can dig that. Stuntmen. They're stuntmen. Let's be real.
It's a theatrical performance, but the emotion is what draws you in. And the thing that got me hooked was WrestleMania 3, because my old man was like a massive wrestling nerd as well, and
Which
he
one was
got
3?
me. What's that?
Which one was 3?
Hulk Andre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you had all that theatre going on behind it, all the build up, all the hype, and everything. And I'm sitting there with my dad, and I can't remember what year it was, but it was still kayfabe to me then. You know what I mean? I was a kid.
It's still real to me.
No. Look, right before technology really kicked off, that's kayfabe was kayfabe. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't something that we all just are aware to nowadays. You know what I mean? So it was more atmospheric back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you were like, dude, this is fucking real. Like, holy shit, these characters, these guys are guys. They're not characters.
In junior school, I had a fight with a kid because he said wrestling was fake, and I walked in with a WWF magazine, and there's a picture of Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes, and he's bladed, and he's like, "You think that's fake? You think that's fake?" Proper fight with him.
Hey, I would have fought somebody back in the day for it too, man. My dad used to always come in the room and say, "You watching this fake crap again?"
Yeah.
Oh, I want to smack that old man.
Kayfabe was life back in the day, you know.
Oh yes, it was, man. It's a part of childhood in my point now,
Yeah,
definitely. You know what I mean? Like even we listen to a lot of musical artists who don't really live the life they talk about, right? What's the difference?
Exactly. And then with the advent of the British Bulldogs and their proliferation over here, I was like all in for them. And then like Bret Hart versus Davey Boy Smith at Wembley Arena, Wembley Stadium, SummerSlam. I think was it 92. That was it. I was all in. Like this wrestling life is for me. And then things changed.
Right around when? I'm curious.
I would probably say Ruthless Aggression.
Oh God, yeah, I stopped watching around there. John Cena holding the title for the longest time. That era.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't understand the John.
Hold on, can I get this out real quick? Okay, let's be real though. Heel John Cena is the best John Cena.
Yeah.
Definitely. Word Life Thugonomics. I had the album, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't feeling Wiggle John Cena. Like I wasn't.
Oh, ouch! You can't say that.
Why not? I wasn't like.
You know what it means. You can't say that.
But I wasn't feeling it. Like that's when
bad.
So I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be hip to this white dude from Boston being Mark. Like he's like Mark. You know what I'm saying? Initially, he was like Mark.
He's giving credit to what's homeboy's name from an AEW, the guy that raps. I can't remember what his name is right now. Come on, somebody help me out.
X-Caster.
Is that his name? Okay. Anyway, man, John Cena just gave him props for his rap, like being able to just spit bars on command like he does. Because John Cena, I didn't even notice it until John said it himself, how he always flowed a cappella because he was not a good rapper behind a beat. Yeah, I don't know how he made his album.
So what? He's not a rapper. It's John Cena.
It's just someone who can make words rhyme.
He went from rapper to Marine, who's not really a Marine.
Yeah, with his jorts.
The jorts. Oh God, I love when The Rock said he looks like a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. That was great.
when Hollywood Rock came back and guys
Mm.
started getting on John Cena,
Oh, I loved Hollywood Rock.
I
Stop
was all
playing,
in.
bro.
I was all
What,
in.
when he rocked up with a flamethrower?
No. When he had when he would play acoustic in the middle of the ring,
Oh, that one.
that was a great version of The
Remember
Rock.
doing
Dude.
the other
And the theme song.
was
Sheesh.
it during the Attitude Era when Rock had the guitar?
No, that wasn't Attitude
No,
Era
much
though.
later.
It was
much
after
later.
Attitude Era.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it was because this was after Rock and
That
stuff.
was before Invasion, wasn't it?
yeah. And
Before the WCW Invasion.
and I think Eric Bischoff should be pissed off for gimmick infringement there. Because remember when he rocked up at an episode of TNA and he started, it was just him in the ring, like putting himself over on the guitar. It's like, what is the point of this? Eric Bischoff can play guitar. Well done.
It's just like, you know what? This whole owning a company thing isn't working. Maybe I could be a musician.
Yeah.
And later on, WWE's like, hey, there's this Elias guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this on the road.
His name's Ezekiel now.
Oh yeah, that's
Cut it
another
out.
thing.
Don't-
Oh, is that what that is? I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Don't do it.
Oh.
We'll talk about that later. But
They
his name's
changed his
Ezekiel.
gimmick? They changed his gimmick?
Oh
They-
yeah.
The beard is gone and everything, and he came out last
He's not a
night.
drifter anymore?
No.
No,
He's
he
just a
basically.
dude. He looks
he-
like one of the regular like player characters from
What did he
WWE
say?
2K.
What did he say?
That's
What
what I
did he
saw on
say?
Twitter.
Elias?
He looked like a default character from WWE
Oh,
Yeah.
Ezekiel.
or
He called it
2K22.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, though. Why?
Basically, they found a Gillette for him and then they changed him completely. That's all they did. They've literally shaved him.
Yeah, that's it. They
He
just-
looks so weird shaved. So weird.
Bad creative, man.
Yeah.
Bad creative.
Right, should we get into WrestleMania?
Well, first, Wayne,
That's you
let's
guys.
get the audience to know about us a little bit.
Okay.
We were going to toss some questions around, but I'll start with one.
Yeah, go on then.
And this will sort of gauge like where we are in the wrestling spectrum here. What is your favorite male wrestler currently? Your current male wrestler and your favorite current female wrestler?
Who's going to take that first? I think I need a bit of time to think about it.
I would say Kenny Omega.
Ooh,
Oh,
he stole mine.
Come on. Kenny freaking
man.
Omega. He is better than Roman Reigns. He is better than Brock Lesnar. He is better than, dare I say,
You know what?
anybody else I could put it up there, dude. He's top tier. He's top tier. Dude.
I'll let Rose have Kenny. I'll say Finn Balor. Finn Balor is my favorite male.
Ooh, I have with Balor too, but they don't pull his demon
know.
gimmick enough.
He doesn't get enough wrestling in. But my favorite
No.
female wrestler is Asuka.
That's a great shout.
Oh yes, I
Great
give you
shout.
that. I give you that.
That's a good one. I'll my favorite.
She's got it all.
My favorite female wrestler is Bianca Belair right now. She's for the people, so I like her.
And she's good.
I'm gonna be honest. So,
Black girl magic.
right? I'm gonna be honest as far as the guys are concerned.
Hashtag it.
Austin Theory sold the hell out of that stunner, so I'm a new fan. So he's a new favorite.
Wow, Vince selling that stunner.
Yo, that was the
Like
worst.
a sack of potatoes trying to take a
I
time.
hate.
It was so bad that Austin had to laugh at it. Like,
Oh god, that was.
I love
so
how he
bad.
had to like chase him to the ropes too, dude.
Yeah.
He's like trying to like not hurt him or
like
grab him in a weird way. So he's just
Austin
like,
Austin was like, "Oh, you're gonna get this stunner." Like,
yeah,
that's
you
how
gonna
he-
get this stunner, bro. You gonna get this.
bro.
That's like when you see somebody in the club, you know, like you gonna get these hands. He was like, you
Yeah.
getting this stunner. Oh no, don't run.
But you know, Rock is like the ultimate stunner seller.
Oh God, with the handstand, dude.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
But Austin Theory did a bang up job selling that the other night. Like, I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, I don't think I've seen.
I
this
must
whole-
see this now.
You
If
haven't
it's
seen
that
it?
good, if it's better than a rock
Oh,
cell,
No, it was better than the Rock
It
sale,
was-
but I'm
it
not
was
gonna
pretty
put him
good.
above Rock. I'm not gonna put him above Rock, but he sold it. Like, everybody's like, "Holy!"
Yeah,
Ah.
he definitely sold it. So Wayne,
Okay.
Okay.
what do you got for?
I'm gonna be controversial. because he's a complete dick.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Will Ospreay. There you go. And look at everyone's like, who?
Will who?
I thought you were expecting me to spit out my drink for a second.
Yeah, I thought you were going
No.
to say something actually
No.
controversial.
I thought he was gonna say Edge.
No,
Ooh, that
no,
would have
but
been controversial.
Edge,
For Wayne, that would have been controversial.
Sorry, they trying to bring back Brood Edge.
I've always wanted, you know, when you think like, what would your entrance music be? And The Other Side by Alter Bridge has always been mine, and then Edge just switched it up from Metalingus to Other Side. I'm like, oh well, that's that gone. But yeah, no, Will Ospreay is he's a British indie wrestler. Works in New Japan, works for Rev Pro, works for Progress, and he's got a match against John Moxley in Chicago, I think next week or the week
Moxley's
after.
gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, but he basically is a bit of a dick, and he plays up to it massively. He lives his gimmick.
Well,
Like,
I'll put him over for a minute. Like, he's always in the conversation for best wrestler in the world.
yeah,
Like, for the last 5 or 6 years, him and Kenny Omega basically like trade that off.
yeah, 100%. And if you, I don't know if you've either of you ever seen Ospreay versus Ricochet.
Yeah.
The match that really like pissed everyone off. That ended up him having a match with Vader in London before he died. It was like a massive thing over here. It's like, what? Vader is wrestling. Vader. Well, this is your homework for this week, kids.
Then he's just getting the Hall of Fame too.
Huh?
Yeah, his wife and son were there. Yeah.
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 So Wayne, favorite female wrestler?
Ooh, I've got to go Lita.
Okay.
Oh yes, yes.
Of all time, yeah.
My mic, I got so excited there.
I thought we were talking about active. Like, if that's the case, yeah.
But she's still active.
Yeah, she wrestled it a couple of months ago.
Did she?
Yeah, I mean she's a part timer at best, but
I give it between her and Mickey James, dude.
I ain't giving Mickey James nothing.
Yeah, come on, Mickey James.
You don't want that hardcore country.
She didn't get enough like of a push when her push wasn't in the right way when she made her return.
But you got to keep in mind, like WWE they fumbled Mickey James and Gail Kim. Those are two, and that Michelle McCool girl. Like these are female wrestlers that by far, if they were current right now, they would whoop the shit out of these other girls.
Yeah, no doubt.
But the athleticism. Like the one thing I saw is the athleticism of Sasha Banks and Naomi, and some of these girls are like they're like these Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair matches are going to be classic.
Yep.
So those are good matches. Like this ain't that bullshit pulling hair divas stuff that they try to force down our throats. That like these girls are wrestling out here.
I think someone that needs to be in that conversation though is, and someone who didn't have the correct run just through timing and bits and pieces. Awesome Kong or Karma in WWE. Yeah. She was absolutely dominant. Because as a lapsed fan, when I said to you like I stopped watching around Ruthless Aggression, TNA was what pulled me back in. Because TNA had the main event Mafia, you had Sting, you had Kurt Angle in there.
Jeff Jarrett, isn't it?
Yes.
And TNA, yeah.
And Awesome Kong was there, and she was just absolutely dominant. Went to WWE, fell pregnant, and didn't have the run that she should have had because she was brilliant in TNA, absolutely like just dominant. And the rivalry between her and Gail Kim was second to none. It was a proper.
Yeah, those are they were 5-star matches, dude.
Yeah, every single time because the way that the psychology in there, the storytelling was just amazing. Like Gail Kim knows she's a smaller person, so she's doing her best to get the big lady off her feet and all that kind of thing, and trying to use her speed. And then Awesome Kong just comes and squashes her. uses her thing, and it was just that back and forth was such a great rivalry. So the fact that you brought up Gail Kim, that's what's kind of triggered that memory for me.
All right, so one more wrestling question before we get to WrestleMania, and actually this will be two parts. All right, what is your favorite wrestling moment of all time, and what is the wrestling moment that broke your
39,
heart the most?
39 years of memory. I could do this one though. So the one that broke my heart the most it's between Eddie Guerrero passing away and Owen Hart, because Owen Hart died at a pay-per-view, and then they were in St. Louis the next day when that happened. So I think that's the part that really messed me up. Actually, Eddie G dying really messed me up.
I'll second to that. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero, he at the apex of his career at that.
Yeah, like he was on top of his game when he
We
died.
were all fans of Eddie, dude. I don't care, dude. Like everyone I knew loved Eddie.
Like
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Hill Eddie, all the Eddies, we loved them. Like
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Something about the name Eddie. Like,
yeah,
if you want to like a good charismatic kid, name him Eddie for some reason. It just works.
yeah. So him passing away, my favorite moment. Like I got 39 years of
Right
memories.
after Chris, too.
I
Right
have
after.
I have 39 years of memories, but I'm gonna
Or
say Austin
before.
spraying them with the milk on Monday Night Raw when he came out with the milk truck.
Truck.
And we're talking
Kurt-
about we're talking about Hill Rock. This is Hill Rock, Versace wearing rock, and all of that. Like when he sprayed all of them with that milk truck, that was like classic Attitude Era wrestling. So yeah, that's probably my favorite moment.
I'm going to say the WCW invasion. And when Stone Cold, after for so long, was like, I don't know if I got it in me anymore. I just don't feel like the same Stone Cold. That rattlesnake is gone. And then his music hits when everyone's in the ring already rumbling, bro. Like the pop was fucking insane. Excuse my language. I'm ex-military. Come on now. Anyway, but the pop was insane. Oh, well, thank you, mysterious voice.
Thank you, disembodied voice.
we are being modded by God right now, guys.
Hang on. No, just to let people know, we're not being modded by God. We are being produced by our super producer, Mikey Famine, who is sitting there lurking in the shadows.
Have to
He's
clear
probably
it
got
up.
a cat on his lap like this.
He does so much.
You may call me the Supreme Commander. Resistance is
Where are
futile.
all these sound effects for the bin?
All right, so my moment, let's see. The moment that broke my heart the most was since I was a big WCW fan, the simulcast where Vince McMahon said that he owned WCW now. I was like,
yeah, that was
10 or
mind blowing
12.
too.
But we saw it coming.
Yeah.
It
But
was
like I didn't
I
have
didn't
the
see it
knowledge
coming.
that I do today about like all the inner
No
workings
one
of
saw that
everything.
coming. Come on now.
You
That was
didn't
out of
see-
nowhere.
First of all, if you didn't spend your Monday night flipping from Raw to Nitro, you're
I
crazy.
didn't. I was
Yeah, but
hard
we
for
didn't expect one of
WCW.
them. Like we
What?
didn't expect. I
Yeah.
didn't expect Vince to buy it out.
As soon
Back
as
then.
EX showed up at that building, you should have known something was cooking. I was in school.
Hindsight is a bitch. Holy shit. Yeah, I should have saw that coming.
Me and my friends were at school. Like I was like, I don't know, man. DX showed up and didn't nobody give him no smoke.
Again, see, that's how that kayfabe works. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like I literally, I'm 32 years old. And I just put that together.
Yeah.
Come on, they did nobody give DX no smoke. And we're talking about when Goldberg is on the roster, when NWO is on the roster,
Yeah.
and DX pulls up in a tank at their building and nobody gives them smoke.
And that actually happened, which is really cool. That happened at the Norfolk Scope, and I'm from the area, so it was just hot when that happened. It was hot as hell around here. That's all anybody was talking about. There was a tank, bro. They went in like. Like, they
My
closed the street off and everything.
my favorite wrestling moment, and I think my wife left the room so I can tell this story.
Oh,
We were at NXT 25 in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and Triple H's bus hit my car. We were going in the
What?
park, and his bus hit
Did
my
you get
car.
that Triple H money?
No. But we did get ringside seats.
That's
Like,
cool. That's
right,
cool. But I would
right
have settled
behind
for
the
that
announce
Triple H
theater.
money too.
So the
that's the
funny part
upgrade you
was
want.
when the bus hit my car, it was in front of a bunch of Bridgeport cops. One of them was my uncle, who was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Double whammy.
So we get we get the tickets. The bus driver came back. He was dropping off Stephanie and their kids to the arena, and he came back and he was like, "I'm so sorry. We traded all the insurance and everything," and then he gave us front row seats, so you can
That's
see
sick.
us
That is sick though.
on camera in several of the matches, just hanging out there, and it was great because we got to see that crazy ladder match between like all the tag teams.
What was that for?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I thought you sounded good.
We got to see that crazy 4-way ladder match between Undisputed Era and Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan, and I forget what the other two teams were. Oh, Street Profits, and then the Forgotten Sons, which we forgot. And I got to see. I think the main event was Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano.
Ooh, that was good.
Good match.
But like that's
Yeah.
my favorite all-time wrestling moment. And we were sitting in the part of the arena where they sat all the wrestlers' families. So we got to talk with the wrestlers' families. Like that was the coolest part.
That's dope, dude. I ain't gonna lie. That is pretty dope.
For real.
My favorite wrestling moment, and this is very very personal. We was at me and my brother-in-law, who's probably going to pop in here at some point during this run. We was at a Rev Pro show. Rev Pro Wrestling is like an indie show over here, and this was 2 weeks before a certain Royal Rumble, and performing at this show was a certain AJ Styles, and AJ Styles was just doing the indie circuit. He just left New Japan, and he had a match against Will Ospreay, I believe, or was it Zack Sabre Jr. And at the end of it, he did a little speech, and everyone just started going Royal Rumble, Royal Rumble, and he was like, "Okay, I think they've clocked me." And he went, "If they do find me a place, I'll be there. I'll be there if they find me a place." And then 2 weeks later, number 3 comes out. Roman Reigns is in the ring on his Todd, and AJ Styles walks out, and I was just absolutely marking out. He called it. He absolutely called it. And now look at him getting his face blown up by his own pyro. But that's a story for later. But yeah,
Can't wait to hear that one.
that was my one of my favorite wrestling moments. Just being there for that and seeing again, being a lapsed fan that got back into wrestling because of AJ Styles, seeing him live, and then see him transition to the Royal Rumble, the biggest stage in the world, in the wrestling world, was like, wow, I was there for that. It was amazing. So yeah, that was mine. My worst, and sorry to bring the mood down, Chris Benoit.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, dude, you didn't bring the mood down. Then he says Chris Benoit. I'm like, oh.
The fact
No,
Yeah,
that
you were kidding. Yeah, that's mood killer.
the fact
Yeah,
that
no,
you don't
it's-
acknowledge him anymore is so crazy to me. Like I understand why, but like that's so beyond.
When you learn more more into the mental health aspect of it all.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that he just was always this evil guy that had these thoughts in his head,
He went,
but
"Alright."
but he had the mind of a like 75-year-old man in his 40-something,
Yeah.
not even 40-something-year-old body.
Did you
Like
did
from
you
all
guys
the
ever watch the
Dark Side of the
Dark
Ring.
Side of the Ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
yes, I did.
It's
Yes, I did.
depressing, like super depressing. Like
That
this.
episode came on right after the plane ride from hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I-
That's,
it was
that's
a
gonna be a fun
two-parter.
episode. Oh yeah.
I
feel it.
remember the Monday Night Raw after that happened, and they were like, it was just a big memorial episode. And then
Yeah.
the very
Yeah.
next day, they were like, we're never speaking of his name again.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
that's when the
hate-
news broke out. Was literally
Yeah.
the next day. I don't even
Well-
think the next day. I think it was later on that night. And
It was. You're right. So basically, they did the 10-bell salute. Everyone on the top of the ramp, and
then
then
you didn't
the
hear
next,
anything
next
else?
day, boom, gone,
Yeah.
completely blackballed. You can't
But
mention him.
I will say one of my favorite matches of all time was the triple threat match at WrestleMania 20 between him, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. Like
Yeah.
that was probably one of the best triple threat matches ever.
One of the best matches
Yeah.
ever. One of the best,
Yeah.
like that dude put in work, and I think
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it.
every match of his, dude, he would walk to the ring. You knew he was about to bring the pain. He was gonna bring that
part,
show.
and
Like-
part of his issue is if he didn't bring it, y'all wasn't paying. So it's kind of
Right.
like a this is your monster. This is your Frankenstein. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you made this monster. He did these things, and now, we can't have anything to do with it.
I honestly
Yeah.
think flying headbutts should be illegal.
Yeah.
Let's be
100%.
real. Everybody who has that signature, come on, do something with their head. It's every time it doesn't fail. Every time I see one, I cringe a little bit.
Are you
like-
aware of the Japanese wrestler Shibata?
No,
Well, he had to retire because he did a terrible headbutt and basically got a brain injury. And it was a safe move in the sense of he's done it so many times, but this one time, boom, he was out, and
Well,
he
it
had
was,
to
in,
retire.
it was in Daniel
it's a
Bryan's
dangerous
repertoire.
move, man.
And then he had to temporarily retire because of CTE.
Yeah,
And then, he came back, but that move is like taken out of his repertoire for the most part. I think I've only seen him do it a few times.
I just saw the playback from the Big E injury, and I was like, holy.
Oh man, Big E. Yeah.
Dude.
I just saw the video from that like over the
Yeah,
weekend.
you
I was
suffered
like,
a broken neck from that, right?
yeah,
Yep.
his neck was broken. But
Oh,
that's why D'Lo Brown. You guys remember D'Lo Brown?
I thought
Mhm.
D'Lo Brown, from his neck, all
Yeah,
that
so-
neck stuff he did.
No, so D'Lo Brown. Remember Draws that used to throw up in the bucket?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see that with Thrasher.
He's he's paralyzed now because of D'Lo Brown. A botch move from D'Lo Brown.
I didn't
Mhm.
know that.
And he's paralyzed from the neck down,
Oh God.
and that's why D'Lo Brown kind of after that happened.
nothing to do with wrestling.
Yeah, he.
Yeah, he was working for the Godfather at one point in his club in
he-
Vegas.
I think he said he got depressed. Like the whole thing just kind of he stopped wrestling altogether.
Mm. And then you got people like Goldberg that will just take the money anyway, even though they retired Bret Hart from a stupid kick.
Well, we're going to take a 5-minute break. And then when we come back, we are going to talk all about WrestleMania 38.
I got notes.
Take us away, Mikey.
He's got notes. I don't.
Do
He
the
was more
thing.
prepared.
Okay, 5 minutes.
off. Okay, I'll do the thing. I can host. And we're back. We're going to talk about WrestleMania 38. It was 2 nights, approximately 18 matches for WrestleMania for both
Buy
nights.
one, get one free WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Now, I timed this shit about how much actual wrestling there was compared to the length of the show. There was about 3 hours of total wrestling for 8 hours of total show.
Wow.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me.
Is that intros and
No, just wrestling, bell to bell.
okay.
How many? Say it again.
It was about 3 hours of total wrestling for 8 hours of WrestleMania, approximately. Like, you know, a minute or two here or there, but bell to bell, there was more nonsense than there was wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But let's dig into this.
Shouldn't
So
be
night
called
one-
WrestleMania anymore.
I
Should be
know.
called Entertainment Mania.
Sports
Oh,
Entertainment Mania.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh, don't. I'm pretty sure Chris Jericho will sue you for saying that.
So
Cease and desist.
Night one, match one, SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. The match had to end early due to Rick Boogs tearing his quad while trying to lift both of
God.
the Usos.
Mm-hmm.
They finished.
Sounds like that's gonna be on Botchamania.
Yeah, they finished the match, but they rushed to the finish.
Yeah.
Shinsuke basically had to do a handicap match for the last like 2 or 3 minutes.
Let this be a lesson to everyone. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Okay, so how bad was it? Was it as bad as the Lucha Bros and Jurassic Express? Was it that bad?
It looked like he tore an ACL. Like he was about to Samoan drop both of the Usos, basically. And when he picked up the second Uso, his knee just gave out.
Shush.
And he rolled out of the ring. He tagged
F in chat.
Shinsuke
F
in,
in
rolled out
chat.
of the ring. You saw the ringside doctor go and check on him, and that was the last you saw of him.
It's a very unfortunate when stuff like that happens, man. Once you see that referee do that X,
Yeah.
you're just oh no.
But the thing with that is you never know whether it's kayfabe or not now these days. The lines are so blurred because someone might.
I think it's apparent. You can always tell when it's like when it's not part of the match and when it is. You know what I mean? Like there'd be that abrupt stop, call to urgency. You know, like this is really going on. I know they try to match it up on WWE every once in a while. You know, try to make it seem like okay, we bring paramedics out here. You know what I mean? But it's just not the same feel as when something happens. It's like right off the bat, you just already know.
like when Triple H tore his quad. And
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrific.
Tim, twist your mic.
Twist my
It
mic.
looks like
keep
like
leaning into it.
it looked like Triple H, like the meat came off the bone on his leg when he was on top of that table.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was bad, dude.
Oh.
When you saw his feet just drop underneath of him,
But you can see when you go back and look at it. Like I remember watching it, I said, "Ooh, the meat came off the bone on that one." I was like, "That's tore up."
I know I just mentioned it, dude, but that injury from Ray Phoenix, dude, like,
yeah,
I remember when they accidentally. I still think it was an accident when they showed the replay of what happened, and you just like, no one's leg should have been that way.
No.
Yeah, like,
Right off
like when Dak Prescott hurt his ankle.
Yes.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
I've just got visions of Sid jumping from the top rope and his leg.
Oh,
Daddy, chill,
dude.
Yo, but I'm telling you, but that's why
emotional damage.
that's why I said on Saturday when I sent y'all that video, there's no way Grayson Waller's leg is not broken. Like that dude was flopping like a fish, and he did not enter the ring anymore when he jumped from that ladder. I said, if he gets up and gets back in the ring, he's
I
crazy.
couldn't.
Like he hit, like you could tell when he
Matter of
left.
fact, you guys sent me that replay, dude. I was just like, that looked terrible. And the crowd's reaction gave it away, dude. It just gave it away. Whoa! And he drops.
Because as I was filming it, I'm looking at the jumbotron, and I hurried up and cut the. I said I was gonna expand up to the jumbotron until I saw him flailing around like a fish like this. I said, yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a salmon in a car wash.
He's cooked. I was like, no, we're done. We're done.
All right, match number 2 on night number 1. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. Drew McIntyre got the win.
I went and got a snack on that one.
That's just it was just a nothing match.
It was a you could have had that on SmackDown or Raw. You didn't need that on WrestleMania.
It would have been funny if you would have said.
Is this better?
Who is that?
Tim's mic is just like not liking him today.
Actually, Tim's mic is the fifth person on the show.
Yeah, right. It's its own character now. We're just gonna call it Tim's mic.
Tim's mic's going into business for itself.
You have an XLR like I do, dude. Like there should be a condenser on the inside that literally faces one direction. Make sure it's right near. Is there like a little circle or something on your mic? That's not what I mean. I don't think it's that.
It looks like a lollipop inside there. So, but only
like
one.
Maybe the logo. Maybe the logo.
I got a logo right here.
Have the logo face your mouth.
Is this better?
It's better, but I think it's a better on accident.
All right. Well, that's fine. Better on accident.
By accident.
It's good enough right now. Screw it.
Do it live.
It's sexy now. Now we can hear that sexy voice of his.
Okay.
So we're live.
Match number 3, The Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios.
So Dominic Mysterio is the worst thing that ever happened to WWE.
Ooh, wow.
He is very horrible. Like, I don't understand how you lived in the same house as Rey Mysterio and you cannot wrestle. Like, you're a freaking Mysterio.
Is he really that bad?
Tell us how you really feel.
No,
Ouch.
he's actually really. It's very aggy. If you watch Monday Night Raw, you'll understand. Like, it just confirmed how I feel right now. The Miz beat him in 2 moves last night. Like, are you kidding me? What's the point? Like, your dad's Rey Mysterio.
So, post-match, after The Miz and Logan Paul won, The Miz turned on Logan Paul and gave him the whatever his finishing move is. Yeah.
So is Logan Paul. So is this the push to make Logan Paul a thing? The next Miz, like that's what it's coming off.
I can't believe it was considered his debut. So he's actually like part of WWE now.
He's not a bad wrestler. Here's the thing: he's not a bad wrestler because he's a natural bullshitter. So
he's not a bad.
He's already a character himself. I see it. It's perfect. I see it. But
the thing with Logan Paul is he's already hated. And I don't know if you saw, there's a clip of him doing the Eddie Guerrero spinneroonies on the suplex. Mm-hmm. And there's a guy in the front row who's just going.
He did the shimmy.
Straight away.
I love how you said the suplex spinneroonies. Like there was never any way to really like put that into terms. But I think that's the thing now. The suplex spinneroonie. If anybody ever does it,
no, it's the 3 of you.
You guys
are talking about the 3 Amigos.
Yeah, it's the 3 Amigos.
Yes. Oh, but he's just talking about the leg twist that he used to do.
Oh,
I thought the spinneroonie was Booker T.
It's the exact same movement. It's the exact same movement.
Right over the head, right there. Right over the head. Come on, get in the game.
All right, Matt.
Put her back in, coach. She's good.
EA Sports.
Match number 4 for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch.
Always
and we had a new champion there. Bianca Belair won.
I'm guessing Ashley, you want to talk to this one, didn't you?
No, it's look,
Black girl magic.
their matches are gonna
Black
be
girl
their
magic.
matches are gonna go down in history. Like those are good women's wrestling matches. Like they give us a show every time. There's a clip of them wrestling some months ago, and this little black girl is in the audience, and she has her braid like Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair takes Becky Lynch by the hair over to the little girl. The little girl hits Becky with the braid, and Becky sells it. And then Becky gets into it with the little girl after the match. Those matches, those two are gonna be like
Since
classic.
we're talking about women's match, well, I'm sorry, this is all about WrestleMania. I'm keep it there. My bad. I think y'all know where I was going with that, but
Yeah,
we'll
let's
say that for some. It's another episode.
let's talk about your little
My
stupid favorite.
little what?
Little stupid favorite in a minute.
Yeah.
Match
Choose
number
your
5.
words. We gonna fight.
Match number
Wow.
5. Seth Rollins versus his mystery opponent.
Hang on a minute.
Oh.
Did anyone not guess who his mystery opponent was going to be? Because I was dumbfounded. I
When
was
I saw
like,
the notification on
No.
Twitter,
Yeah,
I was kind of like, okay, good placement. Okay, we already knew Cody was going to
somebody said,
WWE. But
somebody said on Twitter that Cody Rhodes was spotted in Arlington earlier that day, and I kind of guessed it.
Well, I heard that Shane
worst kept
McMahon
secret in wrestling.
Shane McMahon was in the area, and if WWE really wanted to swerve everyone, they would have played Shane McMahon out.
Nobody wants to see Shane
Right.
jump from ring
Oh, that would have if it was Shane
and miss.
and miss.
I think Shane would have got a bigger pop than Cody.
No, no, like the people were there for Cody. Like the people were in the house to see Cody Rhodes. Like the buzz.
It was cool to see his nightmare persona.
No, I'm telling you, the buzz that day all weekend was Cody. Like as soon as somebody said, "I saw Cody in Arlington," people were like leaving NXT event. I gotta get over from downtown Dallas to Arlington. Like as soon as that notification came through on Twitter, people were like, "Cody Rhodes is wrestling tonight." I know it.
Did you not get Ivan Drago vibes from him? In the sense that he came up.
Yo, calm down.
He's got a blonde flat top.
I knew it. No, calm down, Wayne. Calm down. Can we mute Wayne's mic for a little bit?
Yeah, we can.
No way.
Oh, there he goes.
No way.
I have small production powers too.
Ooh. Timed out.
That's funny.
That's the I'm gonna get you face right there.
Oh,
Bye.
I didn't do it, Wayne. I was joking, Wayne.
Oh,
damn, yo!
The audacity! The audacity! It is getting real here right now.
You mute me, I'll remove you.
This is my corner. You stay in your corner.
This is the producer speaking. I'll change the password, you cunts. Knock it off.
Whoa.
Oh, look. Oh,
Mikey,
great.
Mikey,
Great. God is back. Great.
Mikey, you cannot deploy my words without permission.
Can we not call him God anymore? He's Black Jesus now.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So let's call him Morgan.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
I get it.
Morgan, turn me up.
Yeah, we're all gonna get muted.
I'll turn you up in the headphones. Is that what you would like for me to do?
Most silent podcast ever.
So Cody did end up defeating Seth Rollins, and
how it should have been. Yes.
Yeah.
If he's getting any kind of a push, yeah. What are you gonna make the man debut and and fail for? That would be terrible.
Match number 6.
Before we go on to match 6, though, can I say something? I really think that this is Vince's one last time, like a F you to Triple H.
Oh, for sure.
Why?
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, everything that happened with NXT, like, I think that heart attack has something to do with that, dude.
Vince ain't gonna be here next year.
That's just me saying that. Like, that's probably gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I think Triple H had a heart attack after he realized what was going on.
I think he was under a lot of stress for sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Because before he had the heart attack, there were a lot of rumblings about
Dude,
how
that's what I wonder. What he did.
how Vince wanted to take over NXT because he thought that Triple H was doing a bad job because they put them up against AEW and they just got destroyed by Dynamite.
But that was bound to happen anyway, though, man. Like,
This
but
is
either
something
way,
this is something I want to speak to later. We'll get the WrestleMania stuff out, but there is a method, I think, to this madness.
Match number 6, the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair defeated challenger Ronda Rousey.
Good.
really,
Yeah.
whoa,
Good.
Yeah. That was
I hate Rousey.
Everyone thought for sure Rousey was going to win that one.
I've heard she's dangerous to work with.
Yeah, because she's not. Listen, this is not like Lesnar coming into WWE.
The way she was
Lesnar-
throwing girls around, dude, it was funny, though.
She's not picking up on the
She was,
move.
yeah.
She needs a Heyman or a Bischoff to teach her how to promo. Like she needs what? But why do you need so much work and you've been there for a few years now? Like, why are we still at new Rousey? Like, and then the fact that she keeps getting title matches and she hasn't. I don't feel like she's earned these title matches. I'm just like, I'm not a Rousey fan. You got
Any of the new competitors that they're bringing in, you feel like they earned it?
What do you
They
mean?
really-
They're
like
wrestling.
Logan Paul, I bet you he's about to get
No,
a title shot. Watch. He's
No,
going to.
Logan Paul's not getting she's coming in getting WrestleMania.
Yeah, I see your point. I think it's because Logan Paul, his name recognition is massive.
Yeah,
on the
but he's
social-
not getting
on
a
social
title
media.
match. But he's not getting a title match though.
No, but he's getting a match when you've got people like Walter, or what do they call him now?
Wrestlers. This is my only thing with
Finn Balor.
WWE right now. Like, wrestlers aren't getting pushes.
Nope.
It's not.
Celebrities
No.
are.
Anybody who
Johnny
has
Knoxville,
a bigger name
Johnny
than
Knoxville, Logan Paul, Ronda Rousey, that gets eyeballs on the product. Let's
Pat
push
McAfee.
them. Pat McAfee. Let's put eyeballs on the product because that means we can drive revenue. We can piggyback on there.
And that's all it's about to me right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But legit wrestlers that are
The
there for the
antivirus
graft.
guy.
Yeah, the antivirus guy. Yeah, that McAfee.
Yeah. He's up again, John Norton.
So then let's.
That's
move
a
on.
Hall of Fame match right there.
Nerd joke.
Let's move on to the main event for night 1, the KO show, hosted by Kevin Owens with his special guest Stone Cold Steve Austin, which turned into a no holds barred match between KO and Austin.
I didn't even know that I didn't even know it led to that.
Yeah.
I will watch that match. How did I not hear about that?
What?
Yo, Austin
I
took
didn't.
some
All I saw was the stunner. All I saw was the stunner.
Tim, hold up. You're doing a wrestling podcast
Yeah.
and you did not know about Stone Cold coming back.
I didn't say I didn't know about him not coming back. That was all over social media. I've been knew that one, man. I was talking about the match that.
Oh
Cut
my
that
god!
out.
And you protest to say that you are an Attitude Era person.
Yeah,
Stone comes back. Fucking hell.
Of course, I knew that he came back, dude. I knew he came back for me. I was just saying I didn't know about the match that led after the show, after the KO show.
Wind your neck in.
That.
Tim, don't you fucking dare use my catchphrases against me.
That was a good one, isn't it?
I like to
say aluminum again.
I like to say for a sidebar, Bianca Belair has a badass black eye.
Oh yeah,
badass black eye behind that match. Like her eye is like Forrest Whitaker, fucking Last King of Scotland black eye. So
shush.
What a match. Anyway, but yeah, uh, Kevin Owens got his ass whooped, which we saw that coming.
Hell yeah.
Stone Cold took some sick bumps on the fucking floor.
He took a suplex on the concrete.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
dude has bad knees, a bad
57
back,
years
and a bad
old.
neck.
Listen,
57 years old.
I didn't see that man taking the. I didn't know they were going to do the suplex on the concrete. I was concerned. I
It
thought he
says
was
chair
going to end up
shots
dead.
too.
I think yeah. I thought he was going to end up dead like Vince McMahon when he died.
We'll get to Vince McMahon in a moment.
Yeah.
So that was the end of night one. Night two, the opening match was the Raw Tag Team Championships. It was a triple threat between RK Bro, the Street Profits, and the Alpha Academy.
Yeah. Absolutely
I
nothing
don't
match.
like that the
Sounds
dude.
like a filler match.
I don't like that the dude from the Alpha Academy took that shush from Encino Man, and people are acting like it's all new. Like, motherfucker, I was alive when that movie came out. It's actually one of my favorite '90s movies, and that shit is not new. When I heard that dude say "shush," I said,
RK Bro retained.
Yeah.
course he did.
Nothing match. Filler.
"Great match, though. It was a good
It
match."
was a good match, buddy.
Yeah,
Match number two, Bobby Lashley versus Omos. This was a short match. It only went 5 minutes,
yeah.
and Bobby Lashley won.
This match, I don't know if you've all watched Raw yet, but this was just basically a precursor to, spoiler alert, heel turn by MVP. This was basically just kind of like, we just sprinkle it in there, and then on Raw we can fill it out, and that's basically what happened. So Omos lost, came down to the ring at Raw and demanded a rematch. And then MVP turned on his boy Lashley.
And Lashley got his ass whooped last night, boy.
Yeah, he did.
Like, he got his ass whooped so bad when it was time for him to go to the back, he was still laying in the ring, so he had to take the side way back to the back because he had laid there too long. Like, I was watching the run to the back, so he had to go the opposite way to go back to the back.
Whenever somebody gets really beat up really bad, I want somebody that's just, instead of saying world star, be like, oh, well, he's going to take the side way.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you who got there when we get the chance. I'm gonna tell you who got their ass kicked for real last night. Now I was a little concerned that they goddamn AJ Styles was in that corner for a second when that commercial came on.
Does anyone have any thoughts on Omos?
He's a big man. He's a good big man.
The Great Khali. That's what I have.
I mean,
that's exactly what I was going to say. This generation's Khali.
I hope they treat him better and that he, is able to wrestle a bit more than Khali was.
I mean, but what can you do with somebody that big?
But Khali looked in pain as he was walking to the ring.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want them to treat almost the way they treated Great Khali or even like Braun Strowman, because like towards the end of Braun Strowman's WWE run, his knees were like ground to nothing.
But Braun Strowman was a different kind of wrestler because he was actually wrestling. Yeah. These other big men they're just grounding and pounding. Like, they're not really like Braun. Braun was actually an anomaly because he was moving around more than
he was quick.
Oh yeah.
Every time he
that speed with that mass, dude, is scary.
When he did that run around the ring, the train thing that he used to do.
Oh, that was great.
No, the best thing he ever did was every time he drop kicked a dude. Like, a dude that size shouldn't be doing drop kicks, and he was drop kicking dudes into like next week.
Do you understand? I would quit if a boot that big was coming towards me, real or fake.
Dream match of mine would be Braun Strowman and Luchasaurus.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good shout.
Come on.
Let me go triple threat.
Uh-oh.
Drop in Moose.
And Moose
is he's taller than me. I think he's 6'4", 6'5", and he can do a standing drop kick. He puts someone on the top turnbuckle, and he'll run up and do a standing drop kick to their face.
That's intimidating. Yeah.
Sure. Match number 3 was a anything goes match between Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn.
This
Hated
this
it.
was just pure comedy gold.
Yeah, hated it though.
It was.
There were a
I don't-
lot of
I don't watch-
botches.
I don't
You
watch.
just listen to that match card.
I don't
It
watch
sounds
Jackass,
hilarious.
so it wasn't. I was like, this is a waste of my time.
I cannot wait for Jim Cornette's take on this. I
The
cannot
match-
wait.
The match ended with Johnny Knoxville and his friends putting Sami Zayn in a mousetrap that almost didn't work. They got a giant ass mousetrap, and he pulled the lever on it, and it didn't work. And he's like, "Shit, what do I do?" So like, it took him a good 10 seconds to get the mousetrap to actually trigger, so they could pin Sami Zayn with it.
What?
It was the thing
That's
is
zany.
it was exactly what it was designed to be. It
Yeah.
was Jackass in a wrestling ring. That's it.
Johnny Knoxville put his body through hell
Mm-hmm.
because he took a lot of shit. He took a lot of chairs and tables and other.
Sounds like when
Yeah,
Shaq went in the
nothing.
ring.
Yeah,
Right. Let's look at it from another angle. Wee Man scoop slammed Sami Zayn.
that was the best part of that match. That was the best. I didn't think he was going to get him up. I didn't think he was going to. His head was going to clear the ring because, like, he was so big, I thought he was going to drop him on his head.
I like how he jumped in Wee Man's arms to make sure he caught him.
Yeah,
We man strong as shit.
yeah.
Wee Man, why is Wee Man so fucking wide?
He spent the last 20 years kicking himself in the head.
No, he's not even a small person, but that's like it's like 3 Wee Mans since the last time I actually seen Wee Man. So my boy got to get on that
It's like
trail.
Wee Man turned into Wide Man.
Yeah.
Turned into XL hot dog man. Goddamn.
Match number 4 for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This was a fatal 4-way tag team match. Oh, this is for not the SmackDown Women's Championship, the only women's tag team championship in the main roster. It was Naomi and Sasha Banks versus
and the Boss Glow wins. Yes, dude.
Versus Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler.
Dude.
Good match. Good match.
Boss team. That's a great team.
Yeah. Like I'm
sorry I cut you off earlier, Tim. I got too excited.
Okay.
Like,
it's okay.
It's dude. That's just a perfect team, dude. Come on now. You talk about black girl magic right there, dude. Like, yo, come on, man. I want to actually see their entrances together. I hope they merge them. It would be amazing.
That'd be cool.
Have like some sparkle effect on Sasha while Naomi got the glow. Dude, come on.
This for me was not a great match, and it was overshadowed by the outfit off. Everyone was all about the outfits. Who can have the best outfit? And that's what everyone's been speaking about. And I think that just detracts from the fact that
in an 8-person tag team match, you got to stand out somehow.
Well,
yeah, by being better.
But the last sequence to
save that for AEW, man.
The last sequence to win the match, that was good wrestling. Like that was good teamwork, good wrestling. Like that in that 30 seconds, that was the match.
No, but what I'm saying is like all of the talk afterwards was like, oh, look at their outfit. Oh, they're trying to be Donnie Darko. They're trying to be Catwoman.
Well, it's WrestleMania. It's also WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to have these badass outfits anyway, just because it's Mania.
Yeah.
I guess I'll get sad if there weren't entrances, like bands playing. You know what I mean?
Gear and all that.
Rhea Ripley is about to switch up on old girl too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that Raw last night. It's gonna happen.
Naomi and Sasha Banks did beat the champions, which were Carmella and Queen Zelina.
Which, they had a fight last night too.
Yep, the Carmella and Queen Zelina are no longer a tag team.
So, oh well.
Didn't care too much for it.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Let's go.
We'll talk about WWE not really caring about their women's division at another time.
I think WWE has a better women's division than AEW. I will even say that.
Yeah,
just because they have more. I don't know, dude. The training there, it's better somehow.
I don't feel like the female wrestlers in WWE get the same kind of storylines that the male wrestlers would.
Not at all.
They don't have the
No,
same agency.
no.
You're either going for a title, or you're just in some random feud with somebody.
Yeah, and that's why I said the aesthetics seem to take precedent over actual content of wrestling. No one's like talking about the wrestling. No one's talking about the match. Everyone's talking about the outfits, and I'm like, this is so degrading in the sense of like we will talk about the match when it comes to the fellas, but we'll talk about the outfits when it comes to the women. And no, stop it.
I don't. Let's finish this because I don't want to go down that women's wrestling rabbit hole. Because I'm writing some notes because I have something to say.
Match number 5. AJ Styles versus Edge. Edge wins by pinfall and a little bit of a distraction from Damian Priest.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about Edge wrestling anymore.
Oof.
Well, they were the longest match of the night. They went 25 minutes.
They did.
Well, AJ got
why are
done
people
by
comparing?
his own
Why are people comparing Edge and Damian Priest to
Edge and
to the House of Black?
Oh, that's because
that's what because they came out in black suits.
That's because the House of
order
Black
on Wish.com.
saying that.
They literally came out in black suits, and that's the only comparison that they can do.
Yeah, and then
It's
Brody King
pathetic.
told them to stop stealing the gimmick. Basically,
Yeah. Oh,
did he really?
He did, yeah, on Twitter.
Who did?
Brody King.
Right, let's go back through wrestling history and see 2 blokes walk out in black suits.
You know what? But I will say
the APA. The acolytes.
Ooh, let's go.
I told you I've been doing this.
There you go. We just counter it with that. Fuck them.
And then what's the dude that used to IRS? He had a black suit. Remember him?
It's what's his chops? His dad.
He used to be with the $1 Million Man.
I can't remember his name.
Shyster. Irvin Thingy Shyster. And he is. Oh, what's his fucking?
It's fun to watch Wayne try to remember things.
It's hard.
Well, while you do that, the next match, which was the shortest match of all of the matches on WrestleMania, they only got 2 minutes. Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus the New Day.
Ooh, that was only 2 minutes.
The biggest takeaway from that was the tribute to Big E.
Yeah, the Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods both wore a version of Big E's ring gear to the ring.
Yeah, and
cool.
Xavier even took the straps down, which was a nice little nod to their compadre. That's not.
They were supposed to be on. They were supposed to be on night 1, but they got cut from night 1 and then put on night 2.
And that's
who is this for the New Day match?
Yeah, the New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland. It says on Wikipedia they got 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Sheesh.
The entrances must have been longer than that.
Yeah. Match number 7, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory.
I didn't really think too much of this. Like, Pat McAfee can go, and then obviously got a nice little surprise at the end.
My biggest complaint is that Pat McAfee got a promo package before the match, and it completely deleted his entire NXT career from existence. He had all those matches in NXT against Adam Cole, against Adam Cole, and he was in the War Games match. Yep. Didn't mention that. Didn't mention any of that at all. Like, NXT doesn't exist when they don't want it to.
Do you want to speculate as to why that is? Is it because it was old NXT?
No, because they wanted to put over that it was like his first real wrestling match, and he always wanted to wrestle at WrestleMania, and this is his first time being a wrestler, when clearly it wasn't.
Yeah, just totally disregarded it.
And he did some great stuff in those matches too. Like that War Games match, he did a dive off the cage. It was crazy. So that follows into match number 8 for the night: Vince McMahon versus Pat McAfee.
Oh Lord.
76-year-old Vince McMahon.
This.
They had a wrestling match for about 4 minutes.
Mm.
McAfee lost because Vince put himself over. And
really?
Yeah, don't say.
And then
Right.
Stone Cold came out to save Pat McAfee, gave Vince the worst stunner in the history of stunners, and that was it.
I'm going to disagree with that. Do you remember the Linda McMahon stunner?
No, Vince beat that one,
This
man.
was worse. This was
no,
worse.
hands down. Hands down.
The neck and neck. Know that.
Again, like a sack of spuds. Just
yeah.
In the end, Stone Cold also stunned Pat McAfee, showing that he gives no fucks.
But well done to Pat McAfee for retaining the beer in his mouth for the stun.
Yes. And that moves us to the main event, the biggest WrestleMania match of all time, a winner-takes-all championship unification match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that match had to have been electrifying.
It was good stuff.
It was good, cut short because of the arm injury, I think.
Yeah,
really?
Is Roman Reigns actually injured?
No, he's not, because he last night he lifted both belts. The Usos did some of the lifting, and he did some. I think there's maybe a slight tear, but nothing major.
I would like to say well done to Brock Lesnar for no selling Superman punches, because they look shit.
Orange Cassidy has a better Superman punch.
Yeah, the orange punch is way better.
But it's like, oh, I'm going to jump up here and I'm just going to graze you. No, if you're going to actually make a punch look like a punch, steam into them. You know what I mean? Don't jump up in the sky. It's just pointless.
But that Gamora lock that Brock Lesnar put Roman Reigns in, that did look like it hurt, and I think that's what caused the injury, because it got.
And the thing is, Lesnar's got a history of hurting people on purpose to sort of like say you've taken the piss. Like
Randy Orton was dirty.
Yeah, here's your receipt. Right. Yeah, the Randy Orton hard way. And Chris Jericho went to go and have a tear up with him. I was like, Chris Jericho, you're like 5'2".
Hey, apparently Chris whooped that ass.
Angry.
So how do we want to rate this WrestleMania? What's our rating system?
Oh, should we go?
I couldn't give it a rating since I didn't really watch it.
All right, how about this? How much of a hot tag is it? Like, is it like super hot tag? Or
is it a lukewarm tag?
Lukewarm tag.
I would say it was a tepid tag.
A tepid tag, okay.
Come on, in English.
I'll give it
American English.
That is English.
Not in Middle
American English, man.
I'm kind of English. I live in
not
England.
that UK English.
Not the other English.
A tepid tag.
That ain't in y'all. That's what we want.
Is it the temperature of like chicken when you leave it on the stove?
Do you want to just Google the word tepid?
Your pizza.
Is it room temperature?
Is it room temperature pizza?
What is going on?
Wayne, use American English.
Oh God, it just sounds so racist though. It's like, stop speaking Mexican. No, you cannot say that.
I'm a brown geezer from across the water.
Speak American.
Wayne, try speaking American. It's the only language I understand.
I don't know how to deal with you people.
Hey, last night.
And I mean you people.
Last night.
This
Sheesh.
is Ben Podcast HR reporting in.
Last night on the train.
Wayne, please check your email.
On the train ride home from Raw last night, this guy says,
Not really, Wayne.
this guy was clearly this guy was clearly from the UK, and this other guy says, "Are you from Australia?" I said, "Definitely not. He's not."
You
That's
guys,
not
I'll
an
be right
Australian
back. I actually have to
accent.
step away just for a second. I hate to do this. Like nature is calling. I'll be right back.
Start drinking the monster drinks, dude.
So I'll give it a hot tag. I'll give it a. It wasn't the best WrestleMania ever, but it definitely had some good matches.
I'm gonna give it a B plus because of the novelty matches. I'm not.
Oh, hang on a minute. I thought we was doing it out of 10.
What are we doing? 10? What are we doing? Leathers? Let's agree on leathers or.
I like letters. Letters are fine.
Okay.
I'd give it a B plus.
Give it a B plus. I ain't trying to watch Johnny Knoxville.
Actually, you know what? A B, because I wasn't a fan of how they treated the New Day match or the Sami Zayn Knoxville match. I wasn't a fan of that. Or really Vince McMahon booking himself to beat Pat McAfee. Like, that was dumb.
So you're talking yourself into a C.
A B minus. B minus. Because I really liked Cody versus Seth. I liked Roman Reigns versus Lesnar. And
Ivan Drago versus Seth.
No, Homelander versus Seth.
Oh fuck!
And I liked both women's title matches, the singles title matches. They were good.
I think the storytelling was better than it has been before.
Yeah,
because... Sorry, go on, Tim.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't think they were going to pull together some of the stories that they did. Like, the lead up to WrestleMania was kind of shit.
100%.
This is your producer speaking. I have a suggestion.
Okay.
It sounds like you need 3 to 4, maybe 5 different areas. Perhaps you could use the different personas of Mick Foley to rate your events.
Oh,
you smart. You smart.
Maybe Cactus Jack is the top tier.
Or because it's WrestleMania 38 and Taker went into the Hall of Fame, we could do the different outfits of Taker, the different personas of Taker.
Different personas of Taker.
I agree
it's more. I guess it's more Mick Foley personas than Taker.
I would say this is a Mankind WrestleMania.
So we don't know what the rating is, Wayne.
All right, so Cactus Jack is the top.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then Dude Love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then regular Foley.
Okay.
I would say Mankind.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a Mankind. It's a solid Mankind.
So Mankind.
Yeah, it's not a Cactus Jack. Definitely not. There was just too much filler. Too much filler.
Roast on mute.
So much promo packages.
Game of Roast, you are muted.
I think they could have reduced the amount of promos and maybe increased a few of the match times. Because the New Day match got 1 minute and 40 seconds. I'm pretty sure if they cut some promo packages, they could have given that match for at least 5 minutes.
Yeah, especially when you're repeating promos for stuff that nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
So
for stuff that happened the previous day.
Yeah. And if you're watching WrestleMania day 2, I'm pretty sure you watched WrestleMania day 1. Yeah. Otherwise, why else are you here?
You can't have one without the other, right?
There was
Exactly.
something I saw. It was a couple of Monday Night Raws ago where they were doing a promo package for something that happened earlier in the night, and Kevin Owens was
last
in
week.
the ring.
It was last week.
And Kevin Owens was in the ring. It was like, why are we watching this? It just happened an hour ago.
But that's it. It's like the
rinse and repeat, man.
the
Rinse and repeat.
news. It's like the news narrative. Breaking news. Breaking news. We've just seen this last hour. You can't keep putting the breaking news banner on.
Calm
It's just
down.
silly.
So, final thoughts on WrestleMania?
Good show, massively contrived, and also they hotshot it in the sense of they put in certain people for a certain reason, and mainly because AEW is kicking their ass in certain arenas. So they had to bring back Stone Cold. They had to bring in Jackass for commercial reasons. But overall,
Logan
fun
Paul.
show.
Logan Paul also for commercial.
Yeah, Logan Paul. Yeah. I tried to ignore him.
I thought that's who you meant the jackass was.
Right.
Well,
shots fired. Shots fired.
If the shoe fits, lace that motherfucker up and walk away.
One final topic before we end the show. Now that Roman Reigns is the unified Universal WWE champion, who's gonna beat him?
Good question.
So I think what they're setting up, because the crowd was chanting it last night. This is what people think, right? This is not confirmed. This is the fans chatting. They're setting up. The fans are setting up a Rock Roman situation. But that's his cousin, so I don't want to see it personally. I want the bloodline to stay the bloodline, and it is what it is. But
it would be sweet though.
No, I don't want to see. I want to see the Fatu family fight. I don't want to see that. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to me, even for.
It's the only thing they haven't done yet.
That's the only option they've got at the minute. We're back in 2 seconds.
But
unless they bring Cody in the mix.
Yeah. Well, who else do they have besides
Cody?
Who they have? No one else that's built up that could beat Roman Reigns that he hasn't already beaten.
True.
I mean, I heard that the future program for Roman's going to be Drew McIntyre for a little bit, and then maybe Cody.
So what is Brock gonna do?
Take some time off. He's done a lot in the last couple of months, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna go back to his ranch and chill for a bit.
And plus, we already know he's a part timer, so yeah, it's the time off is making sense.
Yeah,
he went hard like he usually does. Then he takes some time off. Then he comes back.
You probably won't see him till SummerSlam. That's my guess. You probably won't see Brock Lesnar till SummerSlam.
I always wanted to see Lashley Lesnar, but I think that would be too much of a shoot because I think them two would just go.
Well, and didn't they do that match?
No.
They didn't do Lashley Lesnar because didn't Lashley get beaten for the title by Lesnar?
No, because I did what's his name, Cain Velasquez.
No, I could have sworn that Lashley and Lesnar fought.
I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they've avoided it. Let me. I'll check.
That is.
If my internet worked, I could check.
But because the fact that they've set up
but you're on stream.
I'm gonna look it up myself.
The fact that they've set up Omos and Lashley means they're going to avoid that. So the only person that can really fight.
They fought at the Royal Rumble, and Bobby Lashley beat Brock Lesnar. 2022 Royal Rumble, June 30th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Surprising, yeah.
Yeah, I must have missed that.
They're about to. What's that one dude that beat up Dominic last night? That's gonna be dumb.
Oh, Veer Mahan.
That's gonna be dumb.
No,
well, he's been coming to Raw for 6 months.
Oh, don't. He's coming. All right.
No, he beat the shit out of Dominic last night. Like, dog. But Dominic need to go. Dominic need to dig up Stu Hart and do some work. I don't know. Tell him like that dude's terrible, man. Like
Wow.
I just can't see. I can't
You
see.
really are hating on him.
No, like think about it. Think about it, guys. We're talking about we've seen a Randy Orton, we've seen a Cody Rhodes, a Gold Dust. Like these guys came from wrestlers and they did what they needed to do. Dominic's the only kid that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, was your dad never at the house, or like, did you never go? Like, we know for sure he went on the road with his dad because we've seen him.
Yeah.
But like, what's going on? That you're like your frog splash is okay. Like you're not in shape. Let's be clear. You're not even in shape for a 21, 20 something year
Yeah,
old.
but also he's a completely different body type to his dad, wrestle wise. Like his dad's always been like the
Like he's missing his cues and everything. Or you like he's
okay.
he's missing. He's
I've not
missing.
watched him. I've not watched him as tightly as
You
you
gotta,
obviously
yeah,
have.
you gotta watch him
I
because
gotta walk away again, guys. I'll be right back.
it's kind of bad. Like I think I expected more because you know when he came up with the Guerrero family and everything. Like
Yeah,
even the Lois Guerrero, Hoovertude was a good wrestler. So
yeah. His lineage is up there. But I mean, it's not something that I've picked up on. But if you've picked up on it, I'll, you know, defer to your greater knowledge because I don't really watch Dominic
just watch it.
Mysterio.
Let's see what they do after he just got like he got knocked off by the Miz. How long was that match? Like not even a whole minute, right? Last
Yeah,
night?
it wasn't even a minute.
Yeah, not even a whole
I'll
minute.
have I'll have a look. I'll have a look.
Yeah, because
He's just not someone that's like really appealed to me to like
watch.
watch and to follow. I'm like, oh,
Well,
I
it's
don't
the
really interested.
I'm one of those people. I'm interested in the development, right? Like, so
Mhm.
if I see you over a period of time, I'm kind of expecting. Like, I don't want you to turn into that guy that's getting their ass kicked for for my entertainment. Like, give it a go, Dominic. Like, I'm concerned once Rey Mysterio walks away for good that this doesn't turn into a situation where his dad has to come save him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
you know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like, does that make sense?
yeah, no, 100%. But as I say, he's not someone I've really paid that much attention to.
This is your producer speaking. It is time for us to go.
Oh, for fuck's sake, he's gone. He's gone full sound wave.
So for Tim Bristol, Wayne Lynch, the Wayne Maker, Black Ashley, aka Vin, Game of Rose, be excellent to each other's and party on, dude.
Mikey, it's got a rhyme.
Party on, Wayne.